Hi all, welcome back to another battle report. This time I'm going to do something a bit different. We're doing 10 points versus 6 points, and it's basically a homeland scenario, but we've kind of combined it into the siege. What we're going to do here is each section of the wall is considered to be a building, a large building, so it can hold up to 12 men inside. You get all the defended obstacle bonuses when you charge from the front. If you're fighting from wall to wall, there's no defender bonuses. You'll also get the defender bonuses if you're fighting from the inside up to the wall. The other thing we're going to do is the gatehouse is going to be important. Basically, whoever owns the gatehouse, players can then move other troops through the wall. As I say, we've done it with 6 points versus 10. We're just trying to test out some ideas for sieges. I've got some hope to do some in the future. I've had this siege set for ages. It's an old Games Workshop fortress, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. So let's have just a look at what's in the forces. I've got the Anglo-Danes, and I went for 3 lots of 8 warriors and 2 lots of 6 Hearthguard with the Dane axes. The Vikings, on the other hand, he went for Harold Hardrada and 1 unit of the Varangian Guard, 1 Priest Advisor, 1 unit of 12 Hearthguard, 2 units of 12 Warriors, and 1 unit of 8 Warriors. So here's my setup at the moment. What we're going to do is we'll do it as similar to the homeland scenario. We're going to play 6 turns. The defender has to have more conquer points on or beyond the wall than I have defenders. Or if the attacker's warlord is killed, just assume the attacker's lost heart and leave. So I've got here 8 warriors in the first section of wall. In the gatehouse I've got my warlord and 6 Hearthguard. And then I've got another 8 warriors in the next section of wall, 6 Hearthguard in the far section, and I've just got 8 Hearthguard in behind there just waiting to support wherever it needs to. And here's just a look of my opponent's Vikings, led by Harold there with a big Dane axe. He's got Priest next to him, Varangian Guard to the left of him. He's then got, from right to left, 12 warriors, 8 warriors, 12 unit of Hearthguard, and 12 warriors. Over the years, unfortunately, I've lost my gates, so I'm going to have to replace them now. I'm using my fortress again. But until then, there's a view of the Vikings there on my way through. So, this is, I think, both of our first turns. My opponent just moves up. The fatigue, most of that is gained through... I managed to roll 2 6s for my 3 starting dice. So I played trapped in my first turn. Other than that, I just laid up some defensive abilities, and the Vikings just made their way towards my wall there. I think the priestess gained fatigue due to using his ability. So over they came, and so it started. The Hearthguard came in and had a go at the gatehouse, obviously wanting to get in there so he can get or just pour his other troops through. But with a hard design up and shield wall, and of course having my defender bonus being able to save the runes on 4s, I lost, it's only showing 3, but I did lose 4 of my Hearthguard there, but managed to wipe out 8 of the incoming Hearthguard, so that was a nice chunk out of my opponent's army. But now I'm somewhat lacking in any kind of defense. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to charge anywhere else, so with the reduction of my guys in there, that meant I had space for 8 more warriors in there, so in went my warriors to help hold the gatehouse. On the right hand section of the wall, he threw in his warriors against my warriors. Again, I had my defensive bonuses. Managed to push him back to the loss of only 1, but didn't do too many casualties to him. In return, he was able to charge in again, even though I'd managed to beat him back again. I did suffer fair casualties, and I'm only reduced down to 3 warriors defending that section of wall now. But as you can see, his warriors down to 4 out of the 12 that originally went in. So seeing the opening there, my opponent decided to charge in with his Varangian Guard and quickly dispatch the defenders of the wall. And no loss to themselves, they managed to take the wall section. So I've now lost one wall section. I'm going to have to quickly try to drive them back before I lose too many men. Thankfully, I had the perfect man for the job. My warlord goes in with his Dane axe, and supported with warriors as well, and managed to dispatch the Varangian Guard there. Though I do believe, yeah, I did take casualties, but obviously I threw them back onto the... no, he struck at my warriors anyway. but I managed to dispatch them, and now I've got my warlord holding that section of wall. So things are looking pretty dicey on my right flank there, but I have managed to chop a fair few down of my opponent's forces. On my left there, it hasn't been scratched at all, but we've only got 2 turns left, and he's going to have to try and get over the wall as quick as possible. So in come Harold Hardrada, along with a bunch of, I believe these are the 4 remaining Hearthguard come in as well, and try and take on my warlord. My warlord's got a few guys within 2 inches. I just go hell for leather and try and hack them. So by throwing the casualties onto the adjacent wall, my poor warriors back there, I think I lost a few of them. I've still managed to hold the wall there with my warlord and drive back my opponent's warlord. So at the moment things are looking similar like this. I have a turn now just to rest up and get my abilities back up. As you see, I haven't got very much on the wall here at all, so I'm just trying to hold out. Yet more warriors have another go at my Hearthguard defending the wall here. Unfortunately, my Hearthguard fall, but do plenty of damage to the warriors that came in. So his remaining Hearthguard, I think he's got there, he's going to have a go at my lone warriors on the gatehouse. So as you can see, I've run out of my warriors. I've got 1 Hearthguard there with 2 fatigue on him. I've got my warlord with 1 fatigue on him. And yeah, things aren't looking too good there. Luckily, my opponent's also taken a fair lot of casualties and still hasn't managed to hold a sectional wall for a turn yet. So those are the final pictures. He basically came in with his warlord to have another go at my warlord. He didn't have anybody with him. I still had a Hearthguard I could chuck on a wound to, and I managed to, but after killing his warlord, obviously the Vikings have now felt that that's too much to handle and will be retreating from the field. So the Anglo-Saxons managed to hold off, but only just. If he hadn't have sent in his warlord, I think I still would have struggled now to try and hold all the sections, but I had been given plenty of casualties to them. We tried this game again afterwards. I set up my guys using them as Crusaders, because I haven't tried the Crusader board yet. Just want to see what it was like. I think I had 6 units of Hearthguard broken into 6 units each. 2 of the units had Danaxes, and then the rest in warriors. And basically, on my first turn, I managed to get the highest prayer thing that they have, fortitude or whatever it was. And with that and the Danaxes, I just minced along the walls very rapidly. And by turn 4, I think my opponent had very few guys left, and I had taken 3 of the wall sections, and everyone else was pouring over the walls. So the game does work. Unfortunately, he was up against my Anglo-Danes to begin with, who are superbly defensive. But even so, you can see how hard it was to hold them back. I think now I know I can do a siege with these rules. I'm probably going to have a look at trying to do a little campaign or something, and include sieges in it, because let's be honest, sieges look great and they're good fun to play. Hey guys, I'm only 2 away now, so we're nearly there for the giveaway. Just check in my previous vids, look up the 300 subscriber giveaway to find out what you need to do to have a chance to win a signed copy of War and Conquest. It's all sitting here now, so it's all ready to go out to those who win. Alright, thanks guys. As always guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like the video, just keep me keep supporting the channel, and I'll keep trying to put some of these out. What we've got coming up, I'm hopefully eventually going to have some Crusaders coming shortly. I'm getting some Conquest games Normans. I'm going to do them up as my early Crusaders. I know I've got another chap who's going to go for one of the Arab Mutawala, I think they're called, one of the guys in their book, Crescent Cross as well, so we might have some different ones for that, and we're also going to try some more sieges, as well as aiming for October the 18th, which is 4 days after Hastings. We're going to try and do a large Saga game as a Hastings battle. I think it's something like 949 years ago, so that'll be good fun. So until the next time guys, thanks for the support, and I'll see you soon. That works.